Good morning, children. Welcome to my Class 4 English session today. Children, do you read books? Not really. You love to watch mobiles more than that, isn't it? Okay, that's fine. But you should also try to develop reading as a good habit. Do you know why? Because reading helps you to think. It helps you to think better. It helps you to think new before you. And for reading, what you should do? You should open a book. Any book, whatever you like. Whatever you like to read, you can read. Any time of the day, you can read. Maybe coming back from school or for going to bed, etc. etc. But try to read something every day. Maybe for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you like. So that it helps you to improve your vocabulary, it helps you to improve your language, it helps you to gain more knowledge, etc. etc. Book has a lot of advantages. It can be your best friend when you have nothing to do. Maybe you are not liking to watch TV, maybe you have nobody to talk to or to play with. A book can be a friend at that time. So book is a gift which everyone can have. Today we are going to read lesson number 2 from My English Reader. Now, let me ask you, do you love to play? Yes, every one of us love to play. And we love to play different kinds of sports. Maybe it can be cricket, it can be shuttlecock, it can be hockey, it can be football, etc. etc. Now, today let me test you how much you know about the sports persons of India. Do you know this person? Yes, he's Sachin Tendulkar, the greatest Indian batsman ever produced. Who is this lady? She's P.T. Usha, one of the greatest athletics of India. Here comes Mary Kom, the famous woman boxer of India. She has won many medals for India and still she is going on. Then comes Saina Nehwal, the woman badminton player of India. And here comes Narayan Kartikeya. He is a Formula One race driver of India. So these are some of the famous sports persons of India. Do you know this cricketer? No? Maybe today's young generation, maybe you are not aware of this personality. But now you see, can you recognize? Maybe some of you may who have a great interest for cricket. He is one of the greatest Indian opening batsmen. He is Sunil Gavaskar. He was one of the greatest openers Indian cricket has ever produced. Now, suppose children, you are now born in, maybe you are born in Karnataka in India. Now, suppose you were born in a different family, in a different race, in a different country. How would you feel? How different would your life would have been if you were born in a different family, in a different state, or say in a different country? Everything would have been different. Your life would have been different. Your ambitions would have been different. Your family members would have been different. Your language would have been different. You would have loved to eat something different what you are eating now. So everything may change when you are in a different place from where you are at present. So now let us read the lesson to find out what happened when Sunil Gavaskar got mixed up at birth. As when he was born, he was mixed up. Let us find out what it exactly is. So what is the lesson today? It is an autobiography. Do you know what is an autobiography? You see, I have divided the three parts of this word. Auto means self, myself. Bio means life of somebody. And graphy means when it is written or printed. So, autobiography. But another thing is there, biography. So, what is the difference between a biography and an autobiography? Biography is a book which is written about somebody. Suppose you write about your father. You write a book about the life of your father. That is biography. An autobiography is when your father writes about his life on his own, means auto, self. So that is autobiography. So, biography, for example, a book or a story about the life of a person written by someone else, like Life of President Obama, written by Mrs. Scott. But autobiography is a book about the life of a person written by that person himself. My Life by President Obama. So, this lesson which you are going to read now is an autobiography because it is written by Sunil Gavaskar himself about his life. So, today's lesson is mix up at birth. Mix up, what is that meaning? A mistake in doing something. You mix up something which you should not have done. And birth means being born. Now, who are the characters in this story? The main characters. Sunil Gavaskar, who is the author who has written this story. Mr. Narayan Masuvekar, or who is called as Nan Kaka. He was the uncle of Sunil Gavaskar. Another character we have, it is a fisherwoman. Now, let us start reading the lesson. I may never have become a cricketer, and this book would not have been written if my uncle, Mr. Narayan Masuvekar, had not come into my life the day I was born. That is July 10th, 1949. It seems that Nan Kaka, as I call him, so Gavaskar used to call his uncle as Nan Kaka, who had come to see me in the hospital on my first day in this world, and noticed a little hole near the top of my left ear lobe. So, what happened? When Sunil Gavaskar was born, on that day, the very first day, that is July 10th, 1949, his uncle Nan Kaka had come to see him. And he had noticed that on the left ear lobe of Sunil Gavaskar there was a hole. So, what are the words which you should know? Noticed means becoming aware of, to see something. Ear lobe, a small fleshy part hanging from the lower margin of the ear. So, this was the baby. This was Sunil Gavaskar. Okay. The next day, he come again and picked up the baby lying in the crib. So next day, again Uncle Nan Kaka came to see Sunil Gavaskar. And he picked up the baby. The crib means where the baby was lying sleeping, or baby was lying like a cot, like a bed. And where was he lying? He was lying next to his mother. To his utter horror, he discovered that the baby did not have the hole on his left ear lobe. So the first day what Nan Kaka had seen, he had seen a hole on his left ear lobe. But next day when he picked up the baby, that hole was not there. A frantic search was made and I was located sleeping peacefully beside a fisherwoman. Now everyone started searching, where is that baby? This baby is not that baby which I had seen the first day. And so where was he found? He was found sleeping very peacefully, nicely beside a fisherwoman. Totally ignorant of the commotion I had caused. Commotion means disturbance, fuss, confusion. So he was not aware of what has happened. He was lying peacefully beside that fisherwoman. So these difficult words are crib, a child's bed. Horror, a feeling of fear or shock. Nankaka was horrified. Where is that baby? Discovered, found out something. What did he find out? That the hole was not there. Frantic, wildly excited. Where is that baby? And ignorant. You don't have any knowledge of anything what is happening around me. Okay? So this you see a fisherwoman. Can you see? A fish is jumping above. So this is the fisherwoman. Commotion, confusion, disturbance. The mix-up, it appears, followed after the babies had been given their bath. Now, when did Sunil Gavaskar got mixed up? Maybe when the babies were taken for a bath, all the babies were taken together. Maybe at that time he got mixed up. Maybe there was a mistake in placing the baby rightfully. I am grateful to my uncle for noticing the hole, for I have often wondered what would have happened if nature had not marked me out. So what is that means? If nature had not marked me out, is that he had that hole on the top earlobe. That was what he has been marked at the time of his birth. So unless that mark would have been there, and addition to that, if uncle would not have noticed that hole, then maybe Sunil Gavaskar would have been brought up in a family of a fisherwoman. He would not have been in the family where he is now. So he is grateful to his uncle. I would have grown up to be a fisherman working somewhere along the west coast. So if he would have been there mixed up like that, then he would have grown up to be a fisherman, maybe catching fishes somewhere. And what about that baby who had come in place of Gavaskar? Who for a spell, for a very small period had taken his place? Well, Gavaskar is saying, I do not know if he is interested in cricket or whether he will ever read this book. I can only hope that if he does, he will start taking a little more interest in Sunil Gavaskar. So Gavaskar doesn't know. Maybe that man who has grown up to be a fisherman, that baby who had got exchanged with him, whether he knows Sunil Gavaskar or not, whether he is interested in cricket or not. So he hopes that maybe someday he'll come to know and he'll read my book and he will come to know that yes, this was what has happened earlier. He got exchanged with Sunil Gavaskar. Now, this is an extract from Sunny Days. So this book, which Sunil Gavaskar, the autobiography of Sunil Gavaskar, its name is Sunny Days. And he has written about his own life. So it is autobiography. And this story, what you read now, is just an extract, a small part that has been taken out from that book and given in your text. So that is why it is called Extract from Sunny Days. So what is the name of the main book of Gavaskar? Sunny Days. So children, read the lesson from your textbook carefully with a stress on the difficult words which I have highlighted. And you try to collect more information on Sunil Gavaskar. Many of you must not be knowing him because he is not the cricketer of your generation. He was the cricketer of your father's generation. So try to find about this great Indian cricketer. And what I said at the beginning of this video is that you should read more and more. If you can read, you can learn anything. And without everything, about everything, and everything about anything. So if you read, you will know many things, lot of things about everything, about anything you want to know. Okay, children? So read the lesson carefully. Thank you.